Hello YouTube. So today we're taking a look at this cold steel Finwolf. Now, I picked this knife up secondhand off one of the local Facebook knife markets, and I'd been looking for one for some time. They were available. They're not a very expensive knife. As far as I recall, they were retailing for sub 1,000 rand, 1,000 rand, not dollars. And I'd been looking for one for a while, but unfortunately I couldn't find one available from any of the local knife stores. So when this one came up available secondhand, I latched onto it. Now, the first thing that made me want this particular knife is most folders use your sort of traditional grinds, whereas the Finwolf uses that Scandi grind for the outdoorsman, that sort of knife edge that I'd be looking for. Now, although this one had been lightly used, it is not excessively used or damaged in any way. And what I do like is I heard there's been a bit of issues with unlocking of them. This one here, however, has obviously worn in quite nicely and definitely still works great. Now, when I talk about the Scandi Grind, let me just pull out one of my actual Puukko style knives. Give me 1 second. Digging in the box of knives over here. So when you talk about Scandi Grind, you talk about the sort of edge that gets sharpened to the edge. In other words, you don't have another small edge on the end over here. The full flat grind is actually ending on the edge, so there's no micro bevel there or anything like that. You can put a micro bevel onto them, and of course these knives make great outdoor companions and easy to sharpen out in the field. So the Finwolf is kind of a folding version of one of these amazing Puukko knives. Hence the reason I was after one. So here it is. The folding, I'm going to call it the Finwolf folding Puukko. So great for outdoors use. Scandi grinds are well known for sort of processing wood and doing sort of wood carving, etc. They're also an incredible edge. So they do manage to get a lot of work done. So will this be a great outdoor knife? I'm not sure yet. I think I need to get it outdoors and maybe do some work with it and see. But for all intents and purposes, it feels nice in the hand. Could be a little bit thicker, but still feels nice in the hand. Feels like you could get quite a substantial amount of work done with this. You could probably use this very nicely as an everyday carry knife. I guess no issues with that. So let's just talk about a couple of things over here. It is a straight pocket clip, meaning it can be removed from here and put onto the other side. So at the moment it's designed for pocket clip in right hand side. You could change it over to the other side and it would be left pocket carry, no problem at all. There's no flippers or anything on these knives, so opening of them can either be from here, so you can, with a bit of work, flick it out. My suggestion, because of the style of knife it is, just thumb swipe it open, get your work done, and when you're done, you can either one-handed sort of unlock, put it away, or my recommendation, just use 2 hands. You don't want to lose a finger out in the bush. So yeah, this OD green, very nice color. It does have a lanyard hole. I still have to put a fob or something on that. I haven't done it as yet. I haven't had an opportunity. I've been traveling quite a bit for work and quite a bit's been going on of late with family health issues, etc. But besides that, let's get back on track with these reviews. So let's get in nice and close, have a look. You'll see there is a bit of a texture to this, but I suspect if it gets wet, it could still get slippery. There are some pins in the plastic scales holding everything together. And then, of course, we've got some screws. On this side, it just seems to be the other side of the screw equation. Then you've got the pivot screw, this side. On here, no real texture there, but there is a flat sort of screw point over there. And yeah, there you have the blade itself. Again, standard to the Scandi Grind. I do need to put it on the leather belt. This is Oz 8A steel. So it is a stainless, made in Taiwan. The one thing that worries me is you'll see when you break using the lock. There's quite a bit of air here, meaning there's only a small piece of steel over here holding everything together. It does lock up very well with that sort of triad lock. So will this snap? Probably not easily. Would I trust it fully? Based on the amount that I need to pull out of it, I think it should be pretty reasonable to get quite a bit of work done with this quite successfully out in the field. I like this knife in many ways. As I said, I've been after one for a while. The simplicity of it is great. I do think it's definitely going to serve well in my outdoor kit. So yeah, let's just talk some technicalities on this particular knife. Right, so here you can see the Finn Wolf. It's a pretty nice knife. I like this OD green color. Like I said, it's a little bit worn. This is using Ors 8 stainless steel pocket clip. And this sort of, I don't know, plastic Griv-Ex sort of style scales on this knife. It does have a bit of a lanyard hole at the back, which does give you the ability to tie a lanyard on there or a fob or whatever you'd like. And of course, the cold steel pocket clip is pretty short but decent. There you can see blade made in Taiwan. It is a really straightforward knife, to say the least. You've got this sort of area over here where the studs recess into the handle, which gives your thumb the ability to get in there and flick it out without any much issues. And of course, you can reverse the pocket clip onto the other side if you want a left-hand carry pocket clip. Carry this in your pocket, no problems at all with that. So yeah, just to finish off, I think this triad lock is pretty decent. I believe it is a triad lock. So yeah, this gives it the ability to obviously withstand quite a bit of impact without folding over on you. That's pretty much it from the text. Let's see how the really cool Finn Wolf rides in the pocket. So this one has been seen in my pocket before at work. Not a deep pocket carry. It's definitely got quite a bit protruding. Gives you something to grab onto, even if you've got a pair of gloves. You can get it out pretty easily. Get it back in pretty easily, even if you're wearing gloves. Silver pocket clip. Not a deep pocket carry. Feels good in the pocket. No issues at all. It is noticeable, however. So people who observe things will notice you are carrying a knife. So it doesn't hide quite 100%. But get it out. Open it up. And you're ready to go to task. So just closing off, I think the Finn Wolf is definitely a very capable sort of outdoors blade if you're just looking for something light and compact to carry with you out into the bush, and you're not planning on doing any sort of heavy work. Yes, you could probably do batoning and all sorts of crazy stuff with it. Would I? No, I wouldn't. I would carry a little axe with me, but for all intents and purposes, I think this makes a great sort of EDC knife. And just to compare it in size, let's just look at it next to quickly. I have a honey badger, which I've compared to many knives, and you can see the sort of sizing of this. Very comparable. So I think, yeah, it does carry a little bit thinner than the honey badgers, but for all intents and purposes, I really like this Finn Wolf. So I think it's going to stick around in my collection. Also, being secondhand, I probably won't get rid of it too quickly. So it'll stick around, and I look forward to putting it to good use. Guys, if you like this sort of video and you'd like to see more content, hit the like and subscribe button, and check out some new content that's coming up soon. We're going to be doing a video on the differences between fixed blades and folders, where each sort of stands up, and I'd be keen to know your thoughts on that. Cheers for now, everybody, and until next time, happy cutting.